Chapter 10. To be rich. No one has the right to deprive you of your right to be rich and successful. Nowhere is it written that you are to live a life of hardship and suffering. There is nothing stopping you from living a life of abundance, wealth, and happiness, for it is your birthright. You are meant to grow into the best person that you envision yourself to be. Why should you settle for less than what others enjoy? As mentioned in the previous chapter, you have within you a limitless treasure trove of ideas and inspiration that can aid you in your wealth creation efforts. So many people underestimate their own ability to manifest wealth into their lives, and this infinite power of wealth creation is often underutilized. This chapter will explore how you can further tap into the powers of your subconscious mind, so that you may live a fuller, more comfortable life filled with abundance. Money and wealth. Being wealthy doesn't necessarily mean having a lot of money, but it does help lead you to becoming wealthy. With money as a medium of exchange, you will be economically healthy if you have money circulating freely in your life, just as you require blood to circulate freely in your body to remain healthy. People who experience blood circulation problems often have a variety of health issues. This concept applies with wealth. You need to have the right balance, the right flow where your money is concerned. Most financial problems are caused by cash flow issues. Either the outflow of money is too high, or their money inflow is too low. Wealth shouldn't be constrained to just monetary value, but rather true wealth entails being rich financially, intellectually, spiritually, and a whole host of other ways. Once you have a full understanding of the abilities of your subconscious mind, you will be well on your way to creating wealth in every aspect of your life. A strong faith and belief that money is circulating smoothly in your life are crucial if you desire abundance, because without a strong belief in your own ability to attract abundance, then you lack the foundation upon which your wealth will be built. Money, the root of all evil? If you are like a lot of people looking for better wealth in your life, you might be thinking, I am worth more than the amount of money I'm receiving now, and I deserve more. Yes, you do deserve more. Yet even though people think they deserve more, they probably would never attain more than what they are already receiving. One of the key reasons why these people do not earn a bigger paycheck is that they believe, either consciously or subconsciously, that money is a negative thing. As mentioned before, belief is a crucial factor in attaining more abundance in terms of wealth. And if you believe receiving a lot of money is a bad thing, then you won't receive more in your life. A lot of people tend to have the subconscious belief that an abundance of money is negative, that they should live within their means and should never aspire to have more than they are already receiving, thanks to the old adage of, money is the root of all evil. It is this wrongful interpretation of the original saying that has caused so many people to develop a negative belief about money. The actual saying can be found in Timothy 6:10, which states, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." Nowhere does that sentence say money is evil. Having money does not make one evil, but rather the love or obsession with money may make men stray from having faith in the provider of wealth. The truth is, money does not change a person's belief or attitude towards wealth. Belief is inherent in every individual, and if a man abuses his wealth and becomes evil, then it isn't due to him having money, but it is because somewhere inside of him there is a belief or attitude that compels him to abuse his wealth and be evil. Because belief is such a powerful tool, you must be careful what you choose to believe in, and it is crucial for you to adjust your belief or attitude accordingly before you can receive the wealth you believe you deserve. Some years ago, I encountered a young woman who believed that money was indeed the root of all evil, and it was the reason why she disliked money. Her thoughts had been so skewed against having money that she ultimately lost control of her finances and had to be declared bankrupt. Because she believed that money would make her evil, she ended up losing the ability to even live within her means. On the other hand, you might have come across people who have been determined to amass great wealth for themselves, and while they might have succeeded in doing so, you may have also noticed that they lack joy, contentment, peace, and perhaps even direction in their lives. They may have neglected their families and friends, or they may be surrounded by people who seek their company only for their wealth. This is why the love of money is the root of all evil, because such an obsession with wealth makes one forget the more important things in life. The lesson you should take away from this is that while you deserve abundance in your life, your belief and actions regarding said abundance will determine the quality of your life. Many equate abundance with wealth, and this is far from the truth. Money does not define wealth, and wealth does not define abundance. To have abundance in one's life is to have an abundance of the means to live a fulfilling and balanced life, one abundant with happiness, peace, harmony, health, and wealth. The poverty disease. Some may think that poverty is a virtue, largely due to the fact that money is the root of all evil. Poverty is not a virtue. It is a disease suffered by those who aspire to be wealthy, but in reality are not. It is a disease that hinders your ability to access the infinite wealth found deep within your subconscious. As mentioned earlier in this text, wealth is akin to your body's blood circulation. If not enough wealth is circulating throughout your life, then it is a sign that you are financially, as opposed to physically, ill, and that something must be done to rectify this problem. No one in their right minds would set out to live a life of hardship, ill health, or poverty. No matter your circumstances, you have been provided the means and ability to live a life free of poverty. You have been provided with a mind, a consciousness that has within it the incredible power to grant you a life of happiness, prosperity, and success. You merely need to free your mind of the negative beliefs that keep you from achieving such a life. Do not view money as dirty or evil if you wish to amass an abundance of it in your life. Remember that the subconscious mind works by attracting things which we deem good in our lives and rejecting that which we consider detrimental to us. Drawing the money you need. I had the privilege of meeting a young woman in the Philippines once long ago who shared with me her dreams of becoming a doctor because she wanted to help her sickly grandmother to be well again. She had excelled in her studies, but she could not afford to go to medical school as the income earned by her sickly grandmother was insufficient. Most of their household income went to expenses for bare necessities and medication. During some months, they would be lucky to have 3 meals a day. To make ends meet, the young woman worked at the local hospital as a cleaner, and her responsibilities were mainly to clean the medical faculty offices. One opportune Sunday, I was there visiting one of my friends, who was a surgeon at the hospital, and it was by pure chance that I encountered the young woman after a particularly amusing accident. We talked over coffee during her break, and she shared her story of hardship with me. In return, I shared with her affirmations that would not only alleviate her financial hardships, but would grant her the wealth she needed to achieve all the good things she intended and aspired to achieve. She was told to do the following. Before she went to sleep, she was to envision herself walking up the stage of her chosen medical school. She was to see herself receiving the medical degree, having graduated medical school with top honors. She was to repeat the affirmation, "I have the means to achieve my dreams and become a doctor. All will be provided by the grace of the divine." She followed my advice to the letter. The next time we met, she recounted how that very affirmation led her onto the path of her medical career. She spoke about how she would visualize her medical degree in detail, thanks in part to her daily task of having to clean the offices of the doctors and the medical faculty. She would gaze at the medical degrees on display on the walls of each doctor's office, and she would imagine her name on the degrees. She memorized each degree's design, the stroke of every letter, and she would take that imagery home with her and hold it within her mind as she repeated her affirmations every night. She did this faithfully for 3 whole months. Then, one fateful day, she was asked by one of the doctors she had become acquainted with if she was interested in becoming a medical assistant. Of course, she said yes, and related to the generous doctor why she dreamed of becoming a medical professional someday. The doctor, touched by her story, decided to help fund her through a training course that would equip her with a range of medical skills. Throughout the course, her exceptional skills and attention to detail made quite the impression with the doctor that had arranged for a sponsorship for her medical degree through the hospital's management. Thanks to the woman's determination and the doctor's generosity, she is today one of the most well-respected doctors in Western Australia. Her determination to make the law of attraction work for her, coupled with her unwavering faith and conviction, was responsible in manifesting her desire to be a doctor. The constant affirmations and visualizations aided her in communicating to her subconscious mind the most important message: that she would, by the grace of the divine, achieve her desire of going to medical school and becoming a doctor. How to not get a promotion or pay raise. For those of you who have always been waiting for that long-coveted promotion or pay raise, here's a cautionary tale that you might want to keep in mind. Joe used to work in a multinational company. He was convinced that he was underpaid and unappreciated by his superiors. He resented his job. He resented his coworkers, whom he believed were paid better than he was. And he resented how no one seemed to treat him with the respect he thought he deserved. Joe eventually isolated himself from practically the entire company. Joe had no idea that by harboring all the resentment in his mind, he was effectively telling his subconscious that he wanted no part of the company he was working for. Ironically enough, a week later he was called into his manager's office and he was passed his final paycheck. The irony here is that it wasn't his manager who left him without a job. Joe himself accomplished all that on his own. His subconscious had set him on the path out of the company once he welcomed thoughts of resentment and bitterness into his mind. And it was only a matter of time before his subconscious ultimately manifested his secret desire to not work for a company that wouldn't appreciate his efforts. Have faith in the infinite. If you dabble in investments such as stocks or bonds, and you are apprehensive about their performance, affirm your belief that the infinite knowledge of your subconscious mind will present itself when needed, and that you will continually prosper in whatever investments you have your hand in. True faith and belief in the infinite wisdom will direct you towards sound financial decisions and protect you from catastrophic financial losses. Affirm to yourself daily that you will live a life of abundance. You will be financially free, and you will be wealthy. You will attract all the prosperity and opportunities that will create wealth for you. Money will be circulated through you, keeping you and your life healthy and wealthy. Claim your right to live a life of wealth and comfort, and they will surround you for life. Try this. Just as there exists infinite healing, infinite intelligence, and infinite wisdom, there is infinite wealth to be had in the world. Believe that God provides all that you need, and you merely need to tap into the spark of the divine within you to receive all that you desire in life. To program your subconscious for an abundance of wealth, simply adhere to the following technique. Understand and appreciate the fact that everything in existence is the result of the divine, the invisible mind of God, or life. Every invention you come into contact with is the result of the infinite wisdom of that particular inventor. Every creation is the result of a creative mind. Realize that thoughts are things, and thoughts are creative. Accept the fact that the source of the infinite wisdom, which exists in your subconscious, belongs to God, and that His mind and yours are one. There is one universal mind in existence, and it is through this mind that all manner of creation may exist. This is the universal mind that, through creative means, enables wealth to manifest into your life. Last, but most importantly, express gratitude for the wealth that will be revealed to you. Speak the following before bed every night. I am grateful for all of God's riches. They are ever present, unchanging, and eternal, and I give thanks for the opportunity to have received it. Instill within your subconscious mind the idea that wealth comes about through ideas conveyed to the subconscious, and this is done through repetition and expectancy. Repeating a thought, an idea, or an act constantly until it becomes automatic, effective, and compels your subconscious, which is compulsive by nature, into expressing it and bringing it into reality. Understand that belief is key to manifesting your ideas of wealth. Faith empowers your thoughts, and every thought is given power by your belief. If you believe you cannot afford a trip or you cannot pay the monthly bills, then your subconscious mind will make it so. When you encounter such negative thoughts, immediately banish them from your mind and replace them with unwavering belief in the possible. Believe that the divine, God, is the everlasting source of all that you need, all that you desire. If you desire a new house, affirm to yourself, the house is for sale and it is a divine idea. I accept it in divine order. Believe that God will provide all that you need, and soon your subconscious will be conditioned towards the manifestation of the wealth that you desire.